All right, so welcome back. You're still watching Business Defined. As I had said earlier before we went for the break, we'll be talking about the Global Entrepreneurship Summit. What opportunities are there? And today we want to focus more on the foreign investors, those who came for the summit. What is it that they're looking forward to during this summit? We'll be talking to Nathaniel Peat. He is from GENNEX. He's not new to the set, really. He has a solar project going on in Machakos. The last time he was here, he was just penetrating the Kenyan market. So we'll see how far he has gone with that solar plant project, and of course what opportunities he should be looking forward to during the summit. Thank you, Pete, for coming through to Business Defined again.
Good to see you again, Doreen. Good to see you.
First, before we talk about your solar project in Machakos, what brings you to Kenya this time round as regards to the Global Entrepreneurship Summit?
Well, you know, what brings me here is really the amount of movers and shakers that are going to be around the conference. You're talking about people from around the globe, but you know, more importantly, people that are on the ground in Kenya already, because there's going to be a number of entrepreneurs from Kenya that are doing things, that are looking for sustainability, they're looking for partnerships. And when you can create partnerships with people that move and shake, so to speak, in business, you can create a disruptive impact. And what I mean by disruptive impact is actually social change, which empowers people, which helps to rise people's ambition and assist them basically in moving forward. All
right. Pete, when you talk about people's ambitions, many people haven't quite understood the trickle-down effect of this summit to the common one. You're a foreign investor coming to look for opportunity or expand the opportunity in the Kenyan market. Then how, again, will that trickle down to the common man in Machakos, where you're putting up your project?
Well, let's take one of the topics that's going to be discussed in the summit. We're talking about youth, young people. Many of them have business ideas. A lot of them have the ability to do the business, but they lack finance. They lack perhaps the infrastructure around them. They lack the incubation. And you see, where you have startups, the main downfall of startups is lack of funding, lack of incubation, lack of assistance. Exactly. And so that's where the summit actually comes in, because then there's people which are more established in business, which can reach down and assist by bringing, this number of, there's 1,500 people coming to the summit directly, and then there's other entrepreneurs that are here for the meetings around the summit, where probably more of the deals are going to be formed in those meetings around the summit, where we are actually looking at ways in which we can help people up. There's topics such as women and entrepreneurship.
There's it's a session you'll be attending this afternoon, actually.
That's the session I'm attending today, that's right. Women in business. When you're looking at Africa as a whole, there's a number of women which have less than primary school education, but they have the ability to do business. And entrepreneurs don't actually necessarily need education to do business, but they just need assistance and help.
Let's talk about your project, the solar project, because you've talked about the youth, their skills, and the lack of funding or the know-how.
Yes.
What is it that you're doing about your solar project? Just give people, the audience, a brief of what you're doing in Machakos.
Yeah, what we're doing in Machakos, not only Machakos, Uhuru, Narok, Mombasa, we've been in other parts of Kenya. We're teaching young people how to build and assemble. We're teaching women how to install and maintain. So they actually have an income. They have jobs, they have opportunity, they have skill sets. So when we have a problem, let's say in a rural area where a product may be damaged somewhat, you have a young person that can fix it. And that creates innovation within people in those communities. Thus, they're able to elevate themselves from poverty. Our business is a very social business, and we're about to enter into quite a big partnership, which is going to scale us hopefully into 3 countries in Africa. And, from there, we will grow and have a greater social impact, with youth and also women.
From your interaction with the youth, women, what is the feel that they give you in terms of creativity, innovation, and challenges to just sort of build their skilled manpower? What are the challenges and the feel that you get interacting with those people?
Well, I mean, probably the main challenge is funding, finance. Some of them, struggle in terms of you're talking about travel. Other issues are language issues. So we've actually combated many of these problems by, getting people on board that are from some of these regions, so we can diffuse across language barriers. And once you have a skill set, you don't necessarily need a language to communicate, assembly or communicate these type of skills across. So there's actually more opportunity than challenges.
Are they creative people do?
Absolutely.
So the only then issue would be this
Skills.
But the manpower and the
Yes,
funding.
that's right.
So that is where you come in as an investor.
That's right.
All right, fine. Let's talk about your expansion plan. Because I know you are attending the summit because you also tend to expand you sort of probably your business plan in Kenya and probably other countries from the people that you'll be meeting during the summit. Have you been able to attend one of the pre-summit expo that is currently ongoing? And what have you found from that expo?
I haven't attended any yet. I've actually been in Machakos doing business in there, but I will be attending an expo today and also tomorrow, in fact. But we have actually got people come into Kenya to meet with us as well. We've got somebody from Zambia who's going to be meeting with us. And absolutely, we're looking at scaling our projects even into the United States as well, where disenfranchised young people need these type of innovative STEM-based education, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, to help them to scale. We're looking at, over on the other side of Africa as well, in Ghana, where we're looking at doing a similar project where we're teaching young people how to build and assemble solar lanterns and devices which are going to help rural areas. So, yeah.
All right. Probably at this point I should actually just mention to the viewers that Peat is a resident of the United Kingdom. He's not Kenyan. So he comes into Kenya to look for opportunities. Peat, it's not your first time you're attending an entrepreneurship summit.
No.
It is the first time it's happening in Kenya of such a big magnitude.
Yes.
But I'm sure you've attended other summits elsewhere.
Absolutely. Yeah. I've attended, Canada, in the G20, Young Entrepreneur Alliance, and others in Greece.
Do you get anything? Do you get to learn anything? Do you take anything back home and implement it? Have those summits been of use for you?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, the G20 Young Entrepreneur Alliance, which aligned to the G20 meetings, gave a lot of opportunity internationally. And my business is international now as a result of a global entrepreneurship-based summit.
All right.
Being involved in Global Entrepreneurship Week as well, meeting a number of entrepreneurs, has also assisted the business in connections and contacts. A lot of business is not necessarily about who you know, but it's more who knows you. And by being in organizations and connected to organizations like Virgin Unite, which have helped us heavily, being in the G20 YEA, which has also connected us, has been really beneficial for us as a company that is trying to start up and create a disruptive social impact in the places we go.
All right. Pete, you're a young person, you're a young entrepreneur, began at the age of 25, is it?
No, I'm older than 25.
No, I'm saying you began at the age of 25.
Yes, I began at 25.
You began at the age of 25 is quite young. Many people don't know what they want to do, which direction to take. And especially when they sit with the big people, like the people you'd meet at this summit, they don't know how to start. They don't know how to even articulate their issues. What is it that you did differently to bring you where you are? Or what is it that any other young person is watching you, they need to know, if you have this idea, this business idea, how is it that you need to articulate it to make it viable?
What you need to do is really to integrate into your thinking people that have done it before, people who have got experience, and you can gain a lot of wisdom from your elders. And so I spoke a lot to my elders to see what I could do. So respect is key, and then learning from them. And when you're around big people, listen. Don't just try to speak. Listen to what they've got to say, and ask for help, and be genuine, and be honest, and have integrity, and just strive for the dreams and build your skill sets.
How much money did you start with? Did you have money or did you borrow? How did you start? I'm just trying to create a feel for anyone watching it, and they're thinking, you got here because probably you're well educated, you had a lot of money at your disposal. I'm trying to talk through someone who is watching it and they have a big idea, they have no money, they have no mentorship per se, but here it is, everyone is talking about Obama coming into town, there's a Global Entrepreneurship Summit, they say it's a big day for Kenya, they don't see how it's going to help them. So, did you have much money?
No, I didn't have much money at all, but you use your skill sets to make money. So what I was doing at university was I was actually teaching people martial arts. So I was teaching martial arts and earning an income from that. So if you think you could have £5 per head, per person, and 30 people in the class for an hour instruction, that's £150. You know, teaching music, I learned music when I was younger, so I was teaching people music. Crowdfunding, which is important, that's people that you know. And if you've got a big family, ask them to give you a little bit. And you see, a little bit adds up and and adds up and adds up, and it makes a lot. And so crowdfunding, using my skill sets, I managed to get a foundation, which then helped me to then start the business and kick it off. But it wasn't getting a loan, it wasn't getting money from an organization. It was about using the skill sets that God gives you so that you can actually make money.
All right. There's somebody who asked, Pete, we mentioned that you'll be attending the women session.
Yes.
So they asked, what is your interest in that? Because they ordinarily would think you'd be in other sessions other than the women entrepreneurship session. Tell them why it is important to attend such a session.
It's very important. I mean, I'm the co-founder of GENNEX. My business partner is actually a woman. Her name is Dawa Ajarikri. She's actually younger than me. And there's a lot of creativity and there's good balance in business when you have females in positions and similar positions as men. And our company promotes gender equality. We also are focused on climate change and different things. And so as such, it's important that we integrate into our thinking more innovative ways to engage in female entrepreneurship and to stimulate the growth there. We also focus on STEM education for girls, so teaching young people about science, technology and mathematics. It's traditionally boys which go into engineering and science. However, girls are very creative and they're very innovative, but oftentimes they lack the skill sets. So it's about bringing young people up to that level as well. Girls as well as women, learning and then growing as an organization. You think about families, you think about a husband and a wife relationship, and they're best for the children. And in terms of business, you can have a similar type of situation whereby you have both the strength of a woman and also the strength of a man to make the business successful.
All right. Anyone watching you out there from other counties or from other areas where you're not doing I don't know if you're still doing the pilot project or now it's a complete rollout.
Business now. So it's not a project anymore, but we're actually business now. So
it's business.
Yes.
Anybody who would want to get you or take that to your business project to their home area, what do they need to do?
They can contact us on the email sales@gennex.info. That's GENNEX, GENNEX.info. Get in contact with us there. We'll put you in touch with our person on the ground here and also the clients which we're working with here on the ground. And everything will be channeled through our clients that we're signing a deal with and also our head of operations here in Kenya. All
right. As we come to the close, please, just a quick recap of why the Global Entrepreneurship Summit is a big deal for Kenyans and investors alike.
The Entrepreneurship Summit is huge for Kenya right now. It's the third fastest growing economy in the world. Anything with such movement needs investment. Anything with such movement which has so much innovation and creativity needs investment. And so I'm here as an investor, social investor, and others are here to try to help Kenya to grow so that we can create a better world by empowering people and ascending to the heights.
All right. Thank you, Pete. Thank you, and we wish you all the best in your business and, of course, any expansion plans that you may have in Kenya and the region as well. And we hope to see you again with bigger and better news.
Thanks a lot, Doreen. Good to see you again.
All right. We are taking a short break. We return shortly with more news. Don't go too far.